Hey guys, welcome to Council Comments. I'm very excited today because we have our brand new to us Ward 6 council member, Zach Zahariadis. It's good to see you.
You as well.
I say brand new, but you've been here a little while. Like, we met at the gas station, early summer, right?
Yeah.
And you'd already been on. So how long's it been?
The last week of April, I officially got the seat.
Wow.
Yeah, there was some talks here and there. I had to go through kind of an interview process more so just because it was a very different way of how I kind of got the seat. Typically at the campaign and all that. But with Seth Gandy, who great friend of mine, he just kind of recommended to me, hey, if this happens the way it's supposed to, would you want to potentially sit down and maybe talk with Sophie Martin and Scott Brakefield and just figure out if there's something you want to get into. So so really those talks kind of started in early April, but then by the end of April it became official.
So for anyone that's not aware, Seth moved out of the city, so that did leave his seat open. And when that happens, there isn't a campaign necessarily, it's just an appointed. So how long will you be serving?
Until 2020, I guess it'll be 3 years from this point, yeah.
So, all right. So was city government something that you were thinking about wanting to get in, or just kind of fall in your lap?
Never, just fell in my lap.
Yeah.
Always been a servant kind of person. I'm big into coaching. I love the youth sports, and I will be doing that until my kids are old enough to where I don't coach them anymore.
Yeah.
And I'll probably still keep coaching after that point. But that's kind of been the most investment I've had into a city. But having this opportunity gives me just a much broader spectrum of really getting in depth on what a city can or can't do for its community, and that's my biggest part. If I can be that middleman between a resident and the actual decision makers of your city, spending your tax dollars, and and as we see growth in a city like ours right now, to really have my hand in that day to day it's pretty amazing to think about. But no, I don't even like the word government a lot of times. So when I heard it, Seth was like, listen, it's not what you think, just don't get turned off by it right away.
Right.
But it's been an amazing blessing for me, my wife, my kids, and just to think about the future of me knowing what's going on and being able to have my hand in all of it. It's really nice.
Well, I know you've got a lot to do, and it's going to be really awesome. I think some of the best opportunities are the ones that are just dropped in our laps. So that's wonderful. But you do have a beautiful wife. You've got some kids, and you guys are just living that little kid life right now, huh?
We are. Yeah. And my wife teaches over at Creekview. She's been there 9 years now, so she's been around kids her whole career. But yeah, we have a 6-year-old son and a 2.5-year-old little girl, and they keep us about as busy as can be. And it's again with sports, we're going back to back there, and my wife has granted me coaching capabilities and lets me keep going somehow. But it's a lot of balancing, and throwing in a council meeting here and there and going to see residents here and there has been a time management school for me, is what it's been. It's been a lot. I've been learning a lot.
Like drinking from a fire hydrant.
Yes,
right?
That's exactly right. But it's
okay. So Ward 6, tell us kind of the roundabout where Ward 6 is, in case anybody's not aware.
So I live in Stagecoach Trace, which is off the Smoky Road. And so anything southeast of Alabaster, on the southeast side of Alabaster, down Smoky Road, over to 119. I go up until about Wind Lake, and then as far as north on 119 goes, it go to about the apartments over there near the YMCA.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's pretty big ward.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you said drinking from a fire hose, because it sure feels like that when there's just another neighborhood popping up here, Ballard Landing, Dawson's Cove, all that. It's just, there's probably going to need to be some changes soon, just with how many residents are flooding in. But it's not a bad thing. It's a really good thing, and that's kind of been the toughest thing for me to kind of grasp sometimes when we're getting email after email and just simple conversations with people. But you got to remember that we're going to keep growing. We're gonna have to keep helping out as much as we can, and try to get everybody on the same page, just understand these are true growing pains for a good reason.
Right. And like you told me, the south end of Alabaster is really the only place that we have to grow right now. And so we'll just kind of dive right into some of our talking points here, speaking of that growth, because the 119 widening project is definitely, we're feeling the growing pains on the south end, right? But it's going along as planned. So talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, so right now, our Director of Engineering, Fred Hawkins, has been in touch with AlDOT as far as just kind of keeping progress going on that. And I know everybody has brought it up because we attend Church of the Highlands ourselves, and people have mentioned that to me too, like, well, what's going on with Highlands? How are you guys building that, or how are they building that right there while you're doing the widening? I'm like, well, it's kind of a perfect storm deal, but when it's all said and done, it's going to be worth it. And that's and that's been the toughest part. So phase 1 right now is from the Walmart area, the neighborhood market, up until Smoky Road. There is a phase 2 coming. Fred's been in talks with them, with ALDOT, trying to figure out when that will actually happen. But that would stretch from Smoky Road past down to Veterans Park.
Okay.
When that's all said and done, it's going to be even better. Again, it's probably going to be a heck of a process. It takes some time to do it. But with all that being said, I know it doesn't look like a day-to-day, but I drive it every day, coming from Stagecoach, heading on 119. So we've been there for 6 years now, so I've been doing that for a while. For me, just for 6 years, it's been much needed to have it done. Yes, it's a headache. Once I got the paving done, I think that helped a lot, just with congestion. And I know still people don't like all the barriers up and this and that, and there's a big sticking point right there with the right-hand turn on the Fulton Springs.
Correct.
We actually had a conversation with ALDOT a few weeks ago regarding those. Those are up for ALDOT has placed those there for now until they finish the widening for the safety of their workers. So pretty much it just is just another point to where a vehicle couldn't make that turn too early and injure one of their workers. So I want everybody to know that it will be removed at some point. Again, TBD, but it will be moved, and that will be wide open the way it's supposed to again. But I know it doesn't look like it to a lot of people, but they're making some really good progress day to day.
I think it's also very good to mention that this is ALDOT that are making most of these decisions of how things are going with construction. So I know you guys as a city are just kind of fielding the questions and concerns there. And look, you guys are citizens as well. You've got concerns as well. So just really let's have patience and try to be as patient as possible. I try. Sometimes I fail at that, right?
They're with you. I'm right there with you. Yeah.
But just try to be patient. Use those alternate routes if you can. And it's going to be worth it in the end. So we'll have that growth and have those roads open.
And it's a partnership too, and that's what I think it's hard maybe sometimes for us at the city level to understand that as well, when it's getting frustrating not having an answer from an ALDOT rep or somebody. It's like, hey, look, they got a job to do. We got a job to do. They're state guys. We're just here in the city alone. So it's the better we communicate and the better we stay together on stuff and just be transparent. If something's going to happen, great. If it's not, just let us know at least. Don't leave us hanging. We can do the same to our residents. So that's what we ask for.
I love that. Let's talk about the new Park and Rec property that was purchased, which is the old Thompson Intermediate, or Thompson Elementary, or Thompson High School if you've been around for a while, right? Go way back on that. But tell us about it.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I know me being the new guy, this has been in talks, I guess, for years with the council, with residents, just the Park and Rec committee trying to figure out what the best property to purchase would be, how can they do it, where is it currently standing to where we have the open space in the city, so we don't have to just go take some brand new land over and clear it all out. So, but the agreement has finally been signed, and the school system has signed it over to the city, so the city owns it. Now, there's probably going to be about an 18-month period, maybe 24 months, to where the school members who are still working in that building and those facilities have the ability to get out. Once they get out, you guys will start seeing some serious progress going on, all our plans, and we'll start sharing those as we get with the engineers and all that stuff to figure out exactly what's going in there and try to promote it and get some PR out there about what's coming. The immediate things you may see as far as residents go, so you guys don't just think we're telling y'all it's going to happen. It never does kind of deal. You'll see some work going. It's going to be slow but steady, but with Larry Simmons Stadium, we got some ideas and just some general kind of upgrades to the stadium to where the city and then also the school can still utilize it. So
that's awesome.
We got a good partnership going through. I get to serve on the Parks and Rec committee as well. Nice. So me and Tim Hammer becoming close. All the athletic managers I know really well from coaching now. So it's really meshed together well. And Seth left it so good standing that the relationship was already built. So it's just been a lot easier that way for me to kind of step in. But it's going to be a good partnership to where the city can take care of a lot of the financial aspect, a lot of the burden that comes with that, so the school don't have to pull from their funds. They gave it to us, and the whole city is going to benefit from this rec center once it's said and done. So
I love that.
So
good
hopefully
little partnership there.
That's right. So hopefully you guys start seeing some dirt get pushed around, and some stuff get changed with some maybe some entrances, some concrete work, and this and that over there at Larry Simmons Stadium before everything else kind of gets rolling. So.
All right. Well, Patriots Park is going strong right now, right? Yes, We've got a lot of dirt moving over there. Tell me about it.
If y'all haven't been by it, I don't drive it that often, me living on the south side, but every time I get a chance, or I'm off of 31 or something right there in industrial, I'll go swing by. Once those guys broke ground over there, they have hit the ground running. It's been a much needed from just I have a couple of good friends of mine that live over there, Navajo Hills area, Apache Ridge and that have just been there for 12, 15 years. I'm like, man, they have no park over there, nothing to do. And the older side of Alabaster, this will be a really good kind of refreshment to have something for all the residents to go to. And again, as you know, older families are moving out, new ones are coming in with their younger kids from the school and all that. Hey, it'll be great to have that done and ready for them. And hopefully, if they keep moving the way they are, it should be probably looking at maybe a spring to I may say summer to fall just to be safe.
Okay,
Just
to be
safe.
Yeah.
But keep your eyes on that area. And again, if you get any time just to drive by, just take a look at all the work they're doing. If you can see it, you can see an overhead perspective if you walk up to where Kingwood's parking lot is and just kind of get an overview of everything. It's pretty amazing to see what they've done so far.
I gotta drive by because I'm with you. I don't drive by enough. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some events that are happening. One that is happening very soon is the Alabaster Jubilee.
That's right. And it'll be on October 22nd. Jamie Cole, Adam Mosley, the head of the Arts Council and Vice President, they've been, since I met Jamie, he's always been about his arts. I love him to death, and he knows his stuff, and he's been really, really pushing to get, and he's got such a heavy presence here in the city, as is Adam, of course, being with the school system. But this is just a good opportunity for us to kind of keep the city, I don't know, to keep it local. Like all of us are having, you know, I've been a lot of concerts at Oak Mountain. You have to go to Hoover for stuff. You have to do this, do that, go to Huntsville. And it's just like, you know, this may not be a huge venue yet kind of deal, but just something just like City Fest was a couple months back. Try to get the community back together. I know COVID, everybody freaked out, and I get it still around. Sickness is always going to be a thing. But what a great way to just, as the fall season is getting there, cool weather's coming in, let it keep rolling with something new, with some more music, and just, and on top of all that, it's free admission. Yeah, that always helps. There are going to be food trucks on site for people to purchase food and all that. But I will say this, just a couple notes. It's going to start at 3 p.m. with some local bands. John Paul White will be the headliner. He won't start till 7. But there is actually, if you want to go online, just about parking and all those deals that somebody's going to probably want to know before they drive up there. Because it's going to be on the property by the municipal building where we're at over there in City Hall and all that. So it's kind of different this year.
Near the water tower area?
Yes, correct. That's right. So it'll be just I would go to the website, alabasterjubilee.com, just to make sure if you want to double check where to park and all that, because you don't want to roll in there and then have 30 cars in your way and not know where to go. People are parking on curves and it's just a mess. And we gotta have Alabaster PD monitoring all that. Let's just avoid it if we can.
I'd love to know a parking
Try to do our research. Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely just bring chairs and blankets. There's no bleachers or anything like that out there, but just make sure you have all that stuff on hand.
Just a fun time, spend with your family.
It will
the weather is perfection right now in the evenings. So that's going to be awesome. This something new this year, which I think is really cool, and we've seen some stuff about it on social media, but it's the Festival of Trees. So this is kind of a way for our local businesses, or really anybody, right, to advertise or promote them, but also creating a little Christmas cheer.
That's right.
Right? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so this will be done. You can actually purchase a tree. I think they're doing it all, they would prefer it all online. If I remember right, just register at cityofalabaster.com, and then there's a limited number of trees for businesses or individuals to purchase. But so they're going to be doing, it's going to be also on the City Hall, grounds of City Hall. So just going to purchase your tree, they line it up, and then you'll have your lighting's going to run from December 2nd to January 2nd. So it'll be a full month for everybody to kind of go preview everybody's trees and just take a walk through some Christmas trees. That's
what you're always
fun.
looking for Christmas, like looking at Christmas lights with your families, take pictures in front of these beautiful trees, and see some of our incredible locals and what they can do.
And what happens is when you try to go, to like a Boy Scout pop-up here, pop-up there, selling their trees, well, they're gone in 2 or 3 weeks. Everybody's buying their trees. So this will be a standalone, hey, it's here for your viewing pleasure purposes and businesses. It's on you to decorate, so you choose how you want to do it. All the ornaments, it does have to be, they did recommend no food and that kind of deal. It's just gonna be outdoors all the time for the critters and all that good stuff. And but the business can promote their business out. It'll be on social media with the city of Alabaster. You get your kind of name out there and all that as well. And they're actually taking $25 per entry fee. The entry fee is $250. I'll put it out for this so y'all know what the number is. And $25 of each entry fee is going to be providing Christmas for local families, and then also the Shelby County Emergency Services. So we can give to those in need. We can get real festive and look at some Christmas lights. That's right. Yeah. I'm all about that. Yeah. I think that's a fun idea and something new for this year. Yeah. So I think that'll be really cool. And if it goes well, hopefully they'll just kind of keep on going, and it'll be, I don't know, every year grow and do more and offer different opportunities. Yeah. So. All right. Yeah. You did a great job at your first council comments. How do you feel? I feel good. I guess I got a little nervous. I don't remember the last time I did an interview on camera. I'll tell you that much.
It's okay. I get
been a long
nervous
time.
every time, so it's totally normal. But I really appreciate you. I know you're going to do great things in the city, and it's really good to talk with you today.
Thank you. I appreciate
All right, guys, make sure that you tune in next month for another Council Comments, and make sure you check out Alabaster Living TV. It's on your Roku or Fire Stick. You can download the app, watch all of our incredible content and everything going on in the city right there on your big screen. We'll see you next month. Council Comments brought to you by the City of Alabaster.